Season 1 of Modern Warfare 3 just released, and Call of Duty released all the patch notes, so I'm going to go over everything that changed in Season 1 with you right now. One of the very first things that's changing with Season 1 of Modern Warfare 3 is that we're getting 3 new maps. We're getting Greece, which will be able to test your mettle in a once idealistic coastal town where waters at the shore lap at the hull of a burning yacht, signaling disaster. We're getting Meat, which will deploy to a West Coast butchery or some fast-paced butchery of your own, in a compact map centered around the East Bay Meats Slaughterhouse. I recommend something with fast aim-down sights for this map specifically. We're also getting Training Facility. As part of the new gunfight mode that Call of Duty is introducing in Modern Warfare 3, it was bringing over from Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2, but this map is actually set in the remnants of an old Coney Group training facility. We're getting 2 new kill streaks for this season. We're getting the EMP, which is an electromagnetic pulse to disrupt enemy kill streaks and equipment, earned via 13 kills or 1,625 score, or by opening it up in a care package. However, we're also getting the Swarm. The Swarm deploys a large number of mosquito drones to provide blanket coverage over an entire area. From what we've seen so far, it's roughly 80 to 100 Swarm mosquito drones that will attack the enemy. Problem being is that 2 or 3 of these drones will attack the same enemy at the same time, and only if they're outside of a building. This, however, is earned via 15 kills or 1,875 score, or by getting it in a care package. We're getting the new perk of the Assassin Vest. It's a powerful new addition to loadouts in Season 1, but be wary, each vest comes equipped with critical trade-offs. For the Assassin's Vest itself, kills will not display skulls. You'll be immune to UAV and enemy radar effects, including while stationary. This is something that's different as opposed to the Ghost perk that we normally see in Call of Duty games. We're getting 2 new fan-favorite modes returning at the start of Season 1. We're also getting 2 new modes with the start of Season 1. We're getting the return of Gunfight, equipped with its own selection of new and carry-forward maps, as well as All or Nothing. Players will start with a throwing knife and an empty pistol, and perks are earned by eliminating other players and staying alive. If you kill an enemy player with a throwing knife, you'll get some bullets for your pistol, but the pistols are usually quite weak, so most people just stick with the throwing knives. We're getting a couple new weapons with Season 1. We're getting the Ram 7, which is an exceptionally compact assault rifle that's going to be a bullpup design with a lightweight polymer frame and chambered in 5.56, and this should feel quite familiar to many people out there as it was in Modern Warfare 2019. We're getting the XRK Stalker Sniper Rifle, which is going to be a fast aim-down sniper rifle chambered in 50 caliber, but it's going to have a quite long barrel, so it'll be something that you're going to have to kind of practice with and get the hang of. And we're also getting the Storm Ender Launcher. This is a state-of-the-art weapon system that fires a localized EMP on a slight delay. It'll destroy tactical and lethal equipment and temporarily disables other electronic devices, such as kill streaks, meaning that if an enemy jet shows up, you can shoot it with this and temporarily disable it from killing your teammates. We're also getting new aftermarket parts. In addition to the new weaponry, players will see tons of new aftermarket parts earned via the Battle Pass, Armory Unlocks, and weekly challenges. Also, Armory Unlocks are one of the dumbest things Call of Duty's done so far, but we're going to start off with the new aftermarket parts. The Jack Purifier is the very first one we got. It's an underbarrel flamethrower. What more would you need to say? Burn it all down. It's compatible with only a couple weapons though. It's compatible with the MTZ 5.56, the Holger 5.56, the DG56, the SVA 5.45, the Ram 7, the MTZ 7.62, the Baz B, and the Sidewinder, along with the Riveter. And if you're using the flamethrower on the Riveter, it's going to be quite funny because not only will you lightly toast your enemies, you'll also pepper them with buckshot. So basically, you're seasoning up the enemy like a good steak, lightly toasting it and crisping it on the outside and peppering it just a little bit. We're also getting the Jack Etten Double Barrel Kit, which is going to be 2 stacked barrels that fire simultaneously on the AMR-9, offering twice as much fire rate, and you're going to have a huge decrease to your accuracy and recoil because you're now firing twice as many bullets at the same time. So this will be a great gun if you can control the recoil. We're getting the Jack Thunder LMG kit, which is going to be a conversion for the Sidewinder battle rifle with a large capacity magazine, and the fire rate will actually increase the longer you hold down the trigger, meaning that it will build up to a ridiculously high fire rate as long as you're pulling that trigger. The Jack BRB is the new compensator we're getting, and it's going to be absolutely broken on day one, and I can promise you it's going to be the compensator that everyone's using, because it can be used on almost all assault rifles, machine guns, battle rifles, marksman rifles, and sniper rifles. It is going to have best-in-class recoil control and aiming stability while firing, but it's going to be loud as hell. We're getting the Jack Bullseye, which is a very low-profile dot optic with limited interference from framework, offering an exceptionally clear sight picture. It's going to be compatible with most weapons. We're also getting the Jack Glassless optic, and this small glassless reflect optics offers a crisp and clear sight picture for snappy target acquisition. We're getting the Jack Signal Burst, which is a conversion kit designed for accuracy and controllability with 4-round bursts for the Holger 5.56, meaning that it's probably going to be what a lot of people are going to use because 4 rounds with the Holger 5.56 is almost a guaranteed kill. We're also getting the Jack Beholder Rifle Kit, which is going to be for the Tier handgun. It's going to be a long, heavy barrel and a stock that's going to convert the Tier revolver into basically a single-shot rifle. We're also getting the Jack Headhunter Carbine Conversion Kit for the Rival 9 submachine gun, and this will actually rival assault rifles with 3-round burst conversions that excel at mid-range combat. We're getting 3 new operators in Season 1. We're getting Abolisher, the new Black Cell operator with no information about him whatsoever, like every single Black Cell operator. And we're also getting Nolan and Dokkaebi, the 2 main title operators for the season. Dokkaebi Ari was born in South Korea to a family of gifted engineers. Tiring of hiding from North Korean agents as an excellent hacker, she hacked into the South Korean military's private contracts and found the global Cortac faction. Nolan, however, our other operator, should be pretty familiar as he was in the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. Nolan was recently anointed as Vladimir Makarov's right-hand man, and Captain Andre Nolan executes both plans and enemies with ferocious precision in the name of igniting a long-awaited war between the East and the West. We're getting a couple new events this year with the Codmas event coming with the Zombie Santa. We're getting a Dune Part 2 event coming later in the season. We're getting an event for the Boys versus the Soups in regards to the Season 4 release of the Boys TV show. And we're also getting the Walking Dead The Ones Who Live event coming at the release of that actual series on TV. We're also getting the new Battle Pass, which arrives with Season 1, bringing a variety of operator skins, weapon blueprints, and more. I'll let you look through that on your own. And there's some new PC features. GeForce RTX gamers can activate pre-game full ray tracing. And on top of this, there's a bunch of other settings that you can do to increase your quality and just overall gameplay. First off, the movement changes. Call of Duty has now added a delay to multiple rapid stance transitions to prevent snaking from being used in Modern Warfare 3 and in Warzone. When you go from crouching to standing, there will be a 150 millisecond delay to prevent you from basically chaining them together. And the same with proning to standing. There's a 600 millisecond delay to prevent you from actually snaking across the map, and this is going to prevent a bunch of things that the Call of Duty League really asks for. And with the Call of Duty League starting up in a couple days, this is definitely a W for Call of Duty as a whole. There has been some changes to spawns in Modern Warfare 3, including improved spawn protection against enemy equipment and kill streaks, and in Hardpoint, the spawns are now a little bit better. As far as weapons and attachments go, there are some definite changes that happened for everything in Modern Warfare 3 that we need to talk about. There is decreased hipfire spread penalty incurred while firing or moving for all submachine guns. Basically, the hipfires will now be a little bit narrower when you're using a submachine gun across all submachine guns. The MTZ 5.56 had a big nerf. There's going to be increased max hipfire spread while standing by 10%, increased max hipfire spread while crouched by 6%, increased hipfire spread penalty incurred while firing by 10%, and increased hipfire spread penalty incurred while moving by 4%. Basically, this entire gun got a huge nerf. This gun basically got a huge nerf that eliminated the ability to hit fire spread. And on top of this, the MTZ Natter Heavy Short Barrel got a heavy decrease for hipfire spread benefits by 5%, and the Bruin Thunder B9 stock had decreased hipfire spread benefit by 6%. The MTZ 5.56 definitely got a nerf when it comes to hipfire. The BAS-B had increased damage multipliers in semi-auto fire type to intended values, meaning that it'll do more damage while firing semi-auto as opposed to full auto. But the multiplier has now gone from the lower torso multiplier being 1 times to 1.2 times, and the arm and hand multiplier going from 1 times to 1.35 times. The Sidewinder got a little bit of a buff. There's going to be decreased aim down sights time from 280 milliseconds to 265 milliseconds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a 5% increase in aim down sights time. You'll have increased gun kick control benefit by 5% while using the Tempest Predator Precision Barrel. The Huntsman Series R integrated suppressor is also going to have increased gun kick control benefit by 7%, and the RB Borealis grip, the rear grip, is going to have increased gun kick control benefit by 5%. And on top of this, submachine guns got some changes of their own. The Striker got a little bit of a buff. You have decreased sprint to fire time from 110 milliseconds to 100 milliseconds, increasing that by about 9%, which is going to be a pretty significant increase. The Striker also has decreased aim down sights time from 230 milliseconds to 215 milliseconds, a roughly 7% increase. And the Striker Stubby Barrel also got an added 9% aim down sights time benefit, which is something that we had not previously seen from this attachment. The Wasp Swarm had decreased sprint to fire time from 110 milliseconds to 88 milliseconds. That is a 20% increase to sprint to fire time for the Wasp Swarm, We also had decreased aim down sights time from 190 milliseconds to 175 milliseconds. That's an 8% increase. The Wasp Swarm is going to be a lot more effective overall after this update. And the Striker 9 got decreased sprint to tire time from 110 milliseconds to 100 milliseconds, a 9% increase, as well as decreased aim down sights time from 225 milliseconds to 205 milliseconds, a 9% faster aim down sights time. Like I said earlier with the Striker Stubby Barrel, it added a 9% aim down sights time benefit on top of that was not previously equipped. As far as shotguns go, the Lockwood 680 got a little bit of a fix for a bug. The tack stance will no longer reduce the damage pellet count. One of the problems with the Lockwood 680 was when you used tack stance with it, it would actually cut the amount of pellets you had down by about 30%, doing less damage and killing enemies less quickly. As far as marksman rifles go, the MCW 6.8, when you equip the full auto conversion kit and the 60-round drug magazine, you will no longer see the broken aim down sight animation, which was basically that you couldn't either aim down sights or that it was locked into aim down sights while using these two attachments. Melee, this one's a little bit subjective with the Riot Shield. The Riot Shield in Modern Warfare 3 also got a little bit of a buff and a little bit of a nerf. So we'll now have increased melee damage from 50 to 75, meaning that you'll now have a 2-hit kill instead of a 3-hit kill with the Riot Shield, and you're going to have a 10% movement speed penalty while the Riot Shield is on your back, making it less effective for those turtle players in Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. A couple attachments got some changes. The S37C DL breacher device, the muzzle, got a decreased hipfire spread benefit by 14%, and it resolved an issue that prevented one-hit melee kills in round-based modes. The Underbarrel Bruin Tactical Vertical Grip got a decreased hipfire spread benefit by 8%. Hollow point ammunition got completely nerfed. You'll now have decreased inflicted sprint penalty time from 800 milliseconds to 200 milliseconds. That's a 75% decrease in the amount of time it takes the enemy to start sprinting again after you shoot them with hollow point ammunition. Modern Warfare 2's kind of carry forward weapons also got some changes, so you now have the same amount of ammunition for all weapons from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 in your reserve slot. You will now have decreased hipfire spread benefit of underbarrel vertical grips by 5 to 12% when it comes from Modern Warfare 2. And you'll have decreased hipfire spread benefits of lasers by 2 to 5% on all Modern Warfare 2 lasers. As far as Modern Warfare 2 weapons go, there are some significant changes made here as well. The M4 had increased maximum damage from 28 to 35, that's a 25% damage increase, but it makes it a lot more viable in Modern Warfare 3, and they decreased the head and neck damage multipliers from 1.37 times to 1.1 times. That's a 20% decrease, making the M4 a little bit better than it was, but not a whole lot. The TAC-V now has increased lower torso, leg, and foot damage multipliers from a 0.8 times multiplier to 1.1. That's a 38% increase, which is something that probably needed to happen anyways. As far as submachine guns go, the Vaznev had an increase from near-medium damage range from 29 to 30, meaning that it's probably still going to be the meta as far as ranked play and CDL League goes, and the ISO 45 had increased maximum damage from 30 to 33, about a 10% increase. As far as Modern Warfare 2 shotguns, the KV Broadside increased the far medium damage range from 9 meters to 10 meters, an 8% increase, not a whole lot really, and they decreased the aim down sight spread slightly. So when you're aiming down sights with the KV Broadside, you have slightly less spread, but not a whole lot. The light machine guns for Modern Warfare 2 had quite a few changes. The RAL MG had decreased aim down sights time from 470 milliseconds to 390 milliseconds, increased sprint to fire time from 375 milliseconds to 320 milliseconds, and decreased tactical sprint to fire time from 496 milliseconds to 416 milliseconds, making it a lot more viable as a gun overall. The 5.56 Icarus had increased maximum damage from 28 to 34 now, and they decreased the head damage multiplier from 1.4 times to 1.1 times. The SPR-208 had increased maximum damage range from 15 meters to 20 meters, about 28% increase, and they decreased the aim down sights time from 370 milliseconds to 340 milliseconds, making it a lot faster aim down sights, and I see a lot of people that are going to try to probably use this gun in multiplayer. As far as Modern Warfare 2 handguns, the Basilisk had an increase in the maximum damage range from 5 meters to 7 meters. It had increased near-medium damage range from 6 meters to 15 meters, and increased far to medium damage range from 17 meters to 23 meters, making it a lot more viable, but it sounds like it's mainly made this way for Warzone. There was a lot of changes made to spawns across all the multiplayer maps from Modern Warfare 3, but this is kind of your brief look at all the patch notes from Modern Warfare 3. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe down below for more, because I am IceBurgz, your Call of Duty informant. Stay frosty.